Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Last week I went through should you buy an RV. This week I'm going to go through the benefits of owning a camper per my opinion and my views. So let's go through that. Alright, so the first benefit of owning your own camper or RV is it's like having your own personal mobile vacation home. If you like to take lots of little trips, it's great to just take your little home with you. Love the lake but don't have a lake house? Take your camper up to the lake and there's your lake house. And what's even better is you can take it to several different lakes. You're not stuck to just going to one lake, although we go to the same lake majority of the time. But we love Lake Hartwell. And if it's not a lake you're wanting to take it to, it could be the river, the beach, anywhere that you would consider your favorite destination, but you don't have a vacation home there, buy a camper and there is your vacation home. You can take it anywhere. Many people buy a vacation home that's in one location, but buying a camper means that you can have a vacation home anywhere you want to go, unless you're making really big money and you can have vacation homes everywhere you go. That's cool too. But having a camper is a great vacation home option for people who are maybe on a budget and can't afford multiple vacation homes across the country. The second benefit to owning a camper, you can save money on some of your bigger trips. For example, back in 2021, we went to Gulf State Park with our camper. We spent under $500 for a week at a waterfront site. No, it was not the ocean, but we had a waterfront site and it was beautiful. It was full hookups, so we had electricity, water, sewer, and you just can't beat spending less than $500 for a week in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Great spot. There were tons of bike trails around. We rode bikes every single day and we were able to ride our bikes across the street to the beach. It was super simple. For a condo in the same area for around the same time of year that is most comparable, you know, you're not on the beach or anything like that, you're looking at closer to spending $700 at least. And it's probably not for as pretty as a view. Owning a camper just means that you get to go see more places in general, and you can save money by not having to go to multiple hotels. And you get the familiarity of having a camper. You know what all is in there. It's all your stuff. If there's a place that we need to go or I need to go by myself and I don't really feel like staying in a hotel, if it's easy enough and it makes sense for me to take my camper, I'm going to take my camper over staying in a hotel because it's familiar to me. I don't have to worry about leaving anything behind because I'm just taking my hotel room with me. The next benefit to owning a camper, and this is one that we use a lot, it can be a guest space at your house. And that's of course if you are able to store it at your house. You may live in a neighborhood that has an HOA that doesn't allow you to park your camper in your driveway or in your yard. And if that's the case, you should probably move. I'm totally kidding, obviously. We do not live in a neighborhood, we do not have an HOA, so we get to park our camper wherever we want on our property, and that's where people stay when they come over and hang out with us. They have their own room, it's like having a hotel. They can be as loud as they want, sleep as late as they want, do whatever they want. They have a bathroom, a bed, a couch, a TV, refrigerator, sink. They have their own setup, and it's so nice knowing that we can accommodate people and they can be very comfortable when they come to visit. It is also a good idea to have a camper that you can use as a quarantine space at your house. If I'm sick and Johnny isn't sick and say I'm coughing all night, I can just go sleep in the camper and I don't have to worry about disturbing anybody but myself. Alright, the next benefit, it can be used as an office space. Again, this is if you can actually park it at your home. I can go and use my camper as an office space if I need a quiet place to work because my dogs are bananas and they drive me up the wall a lot of days. So if I need to go work out in the camper, I can set up the table in the dinette area. I can turn the TV on if I need to. I can just kind of close myself off. I don't have to worry about going to a coffee shop or any place else. I can just separate myself from my house and go work inside the camper. So that's really nice. So this is another big one for me, and maybe this is something that you have never considered. Having your own camper that you can keep at home is an excellent emergency item. We have had to use this a couple of different situations. So back in 2021, we had a big storm roll through, trees fell on power lines and knocked out the power for pretty much the entire night. Knocked out the power while it was already dark outside. I had showered, Johnny had not showered, and we had just gotten back from a camping trip. So, you know, he's just like, I can't take a shower. And I was like, yes, you can. we have a camper and there's water in the tank. He was able to shower in the camper. We were able to spend the rest of the night in the camper, watch TV, have air circulating, because of course this happened in the middle of the summer, so we couldn't sleep in our bed in the house and run our AC unit. But we were able, you know, once the rain stopped, to open all the windows, run the ceiling fan, have lights, and do everything that we needed to do in the camper, and it was kind of nice. It was driveway camping. We also very recently had to use the camper when we were having some major septic issues. Our field lines failed. We had a literal poopy explosion in our basement, and I think it took 3 weeks for us to get the issue resolved, for someone to actually come out and fix it, because it won't stop raining here in Georgia. We were having to go to the camper to use the bathroom. Well, I'm not gonna get into the details for you, but it was nice to know that we had a toilet and a tank that we could go to the bathroom in until that got fixed. So think of any kind of emergency item. You know, it's nice to know that you can use it for emergencies if need be. And even more recently, I've been thinking, you know, the Ohio train thing where everybody had to evacuate their homes. Gosh, if anything like that ever happened to us, or, you know, something similar happened in our town where we needed to evacuate, we can load everything up and we have our second home that we can take wherever we need to take, and we could live out of it for a while if we needed to. Another benefit to owning a camper, and this is not one that I have used yet, but you have a potential for extra income. You can rent it out when you're not using it. You can set it up as an Airbnb at your home if you'd like. You can rent it out on RV Share, whatever you want to do. There are people that do it and, you know, make really good money doing that. That's another good benefit to owning a camper. Now, along the same lines of making extra income with it, you could buy a camper as a business to make extra income and then just use it 1 or 2 times a year, and you pretty much could have a free camper. You know, if people are renting it regularly and you're not having to make a monthly payment on it, that's a win-win right there. Now you know what I consider to be huge benefits of owning a camper. So stay tuned, and in a future video, we will go through tips for buying your first camper. I would love to know, what do you consider to be great benefits of owning a camper if I did not mention it here? I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!